We are an immigration firm, a national immigration firm. We take cases, mostly removal defense, family petitions, adjustments of status, and consular process and waivers all over the United States. Well, it was a combination of growing and then at the same time finding talented staff to work at the firm. I've been a traditional business owner in the sense that when I need somebody, I put a post, I do interviews, I hire people, and then it requires more office space, more, and finding people with the right background and people that have the skills that we needed were becoming more difficult. And also locally, the salaries have increased a lot and people are requesting more money or not really accepting jobs that before you were paying less, but now they are asking for more money. And so it was definitely a financial factor, trying to save more money because the potential of hiring somebody from outside, being able to do the same work, but asking for less of a salary, not having to pay the benefits that normally you're required to pay if the person is an employee of the firm. And also just finding people to work. Like the staff that I have received from Stafi, they're really qualified to do what they do, and all of them have resulted in being great employees. Most of what we do are removal defense, and right now we have 2 legal assistants working in that department and a translator, and that has helped us to get caught up with motions that we needed to send, translating evidence that we needed to be translated to file in court. And we're just streamlining the process and doing the process faster. We also have an intake specialist that she's right now mostly handling our social media, in the sense that she answers our social media or Google chat, and she's being more diligent on communicating with the clients through those platforms, and that way we don't lose those clients, because before we were getting communications from the clients or from prospective clients in those platforms, and we were losing them because we were not able to answer to them right away. So now she's been helping that department, and that has also been a lot of help, not only bringing in new clients and new consults, but also making sure that the clients that are already here feel that they're taken care of. And last but not least, we also have somebody that answers the phone's receptionist, and she's amazing. I love her. She's very diligent. She really wants to help. She really makes sure she really follows up when you ask her to, can you please reach out to this person and follow up? Or I get a message from a person asking for an appointment, and she's being really good on following up and calling immediately. And that was something that we needed, somebody to do it, a lot of this stuff immediately and not like 2 or 3 days later. They were recommended from an attorney that I know and who I really respect. And she practices here in the Miami area. And you, Raquel, made a great impression when we first met. And you told me how you build, what is your business about, how you build it. And I had a lot of respect from you and what you do. And it really caused me a good first impression. So I said, why not? Let's try it. It could be a solution, a great solution, especially for those tasks that can be done by someone who is remote. And I have come to realize that it actually was a good decision. And I'm not going to say that it solves my issues and I don't need to hire people in person, because sometimes I do want that in person. But when I can and I find a position that it's okay, this person can be remote, I definitely go to Stafi to ask for support, because the employees have been great. I think you provide a great service, and I think you are very diligent in making sure that when you recommend somebody to work with us, the person is qualified. So 5 stars in there. And I find that the employees, they're personable, they're relatable, they're very diligent, and it shows that you made. I remember in our first meeting, you said, I do all these background checks, I do these psychological exams, they go through all these interviewing process, and they take the steps, and it shows. And honestly, I wish you would do the same here in the US so I could find people in person, because they are so good. So I'm very happy with this service, and I'm very happy with the way when we have needed new employees, it's gone by so smoothly. It's been like setting up. Sometimes it's way too fast for us and we're not ready. But you were able to find them immediately, and we get them on board, and they've been doing a great job. Once we started, I think it's every other week, we meet with the staff management team to see how the employees are doing. And every week I get a text message to give me a rating on the employees. And honestly, it shows they've been able to give me feedback. By the way, I am getting this feedback from your employees. Do you think that you need this service? What do you want to do here? Maybe you need somebody. For example, I was using a legal assistant. We have two legal assistants right now, Nancy, and we have Agustina. And they suggested, they were like, Agustina is not really doing legal work. She's mostly doing translations. And I said, that is true. I think we're missing her talents. She should be doing translations, but do you have any translators? And you can find me an interpreter right away. And she started, and she's already doing translations for us. And now Agustina, in like a matter of weeks, she's been able to do the workload that it was taking her current assistant probably like a whole month to do. She did it so fast that now we're like, okay, we need to find more stuff for you to do. Not being able, it's not like, okay, I need an employee. Okay, we'll give you an employee and then you're on your own. You guys really do sit down and follow up with us and, make that recommendation. Do you want to make these changes? Do you think that you need somebody else for this? We're getting feedback on this. How do you think that we can develop it or improve it? So I definitely think that the management that you have and the support staff that you have after you hire an employee, it's very helpful. The results that we've been getting from for having staff employees have been mostly being able to delegate some of the tasks that we were doing, and not only that, do it in a more efficient way. I think that, for example, again, going back to the example of Agustina, we taught her how to do motions. She was able to get caught up, and she basically already did 3 months worth of motions for us to appear via telephone or WebEx in the course. So she really helped us there, and she did it so fast. We were so impressed. I feel like after getting Stafi, we have been able to realize, okay, we needed more support in this department. For example, also we have Victoria answering our Facebook messages and our Instagram messages, and we've been able to get through these messages more often. She's also answering the Google chat, so we've been able to get those messages are not lost. If the person wants to do a consultation, she calls them, she follows up with them, and then she reaches out to Anna, and they schedule the appointment. And having that extra person also to answer phone calls, to schedule appointments, it's been great help. And I'm not saying that we're done. We'll probably need more help in the future, but just having them initially come on board and jump in right away and start helping us with all these backlogs, it has bring a sense of relief into the work that we were already doing. And I feel that we're working more efficient now, and maybe in the future we will need more just to bring more ease, because you get comfortable and then business starts growing again, and then you need more people to help you. The most valuable part about having Stafi is honestly, it's been financially savvy. We've been able to save money because we found staff that can work remote, and we don't have to pay taxes or pay benefits. And we have somebody doing the same job and as qualified as somebody here in the United States, or even more qualified as somebody here in the United States. And also being able to bring some, ease into the firm. We were so overwhelmed, and finding the right staff was taking so much of our time, and was taking a lot of my office assistant time, and it was taking a lot of my time because we had to do interviews. And now we don't have to do that anymore. I ask for help, they find me the person. So far, all the 5 people that they have recommended, they have worked. We have 2 legal assistants, we have a translator, we have an intake specialist answering our Facebook messages and our Instagram messages, and we have a receptionist, and they all been great, and they all do an amazing job. So honestly, I see why Stafi is so successful in what they do, and I definitely would recommend it to other people, but I will also keep using them myself in the future. And like I say, I wish they will offer the service, finding me staff here in the United States to come and work in my office. It's a great business model, and it's a great resource, and also a great service that they do, and I love it. I think it's very practical, and I'm very happy that we can use them, and I wish I will use them more. For stuff that we can have people remote, we'll keep using you, because I meant every word what I said in this video, honestly.